All right, there we go. All right, we're live. Figure I'd do a little interview here with Coach Shawon in between the games. We don't play again for another hour or so. So, Shawon, welcome in.
How's it going?
Doing good. Well, first of all, let me just say I appreciate you guys letting me do this. Like, this is...
Hey, yeah, no problem. It's fun for the boys to have something else to look forward to while they're playing ball. Usually we're out here, there's nothing to do. They don't get to see themselves or interact with other people, and it's cool for all the fans to get to watch live.
Good, yeah. I know we've had... God, I know all of Braden's parents are watching. They were sending pictures. They're like all on the... They got it on the big screen in the living room.
Yeah, it's almost like the boy, like you can put it on your TV screen. And it's like the boys are playing live on your TV, like if they're playing in the big leagues or something like that. So it's pretty cool. They don't often get to do that unless they're at big tournaments. But it's also awesome that you do it for free to let.
But how long you been coaching for? Well, and let me just say that some full disclosure. Sean and I, we just met like 2 months ago, so I don't know anything. I coach his 10-year-old team. Well, kind of. We're under the Vandels. He coaches the 11-year-old. I coach the 10-year-old. So he was gracious enough to let me come on. So I don't really know too much any of this stuff.
Coaching since my oldest son is 14 now, turning 15. So probably about 6 years now we've been doing the travel ball deal. We started out in Little League with a couple good coaches that started a team. Tom Resop, Chris Resop. They started a team, Ravis Platinum. Some of the older guys that might be watching might know that team. We started off on that team. Did real well, then kind of just split off and did my own thing. Started probably 4 years ago with the Vandels, and all those kids now are playing in 14U, 15U, or in high school.
So you started, so do you have an older, how old's your oldest?
The oldest one right now is 14.
Okay, so you started with him then.
Little League has 10-year-olds, decided to go next level and move into travel ball and get a lot of good growth and a lot of good competition. There's nothing wrong with rec ball or Little League, but just for certain.
Okay, good. So you started with your oldest. So tell me, like, what's the
thing is, I'm not here to be their coach or promise them I'll be their coach when they're in high school and all that. My job is to get them to the next level, whether that be they play in middle school, whether that be they play in high school or.
Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I know whenever we were looking into doing it was high school baseball is still a thing. Like, high school is still kind of big time.
Nowadays, though, you'll get more kids that do the showcase ball, the perfect game stuff, PBR stuff. And internet's big now, so a lot of guys are getting on YouTube and doing TikToks and getting seen that way more than playing for their high school team.
Yeah.
High school teams are kind of a loss there because you're getting kids that won't play high school so they can do those showcases. Yeah. So not like it used to be where you played for your home school, your school in your town, and you took pride in that. So the kids should still be doing that and still be playing, representing their town.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I didn't even really think about, like, the city aspect of it. What's next? But, yeah, that's a good point. I ain't even thought about the idea.
Bringing home a state title back to getting really close every year, but it's been a little while since I think someone's come home with a baseball state title.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good idea.
It also, and down in Naples, there's a lot of good high schools and different high schools. So you'll get 5, 6 really studs at one school, 5 at another school. So they got to beat each other to move on instead of all being on one stack team.
So I know you're a Miami fan. But is that where you're from, or like you know a lot about Naples?
Nope, all my life.
That's where the Miami fandom kind of comes from, then, just South Florida stuff.
Yeah, and my age, obviously, you got the '90s and '80s Miami's and the 2001 team, which was robbed last time we actually played for a national title by Ohio State, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, Willis McGahee tore every single ligament in his entire leg that game, right?
Yeah, but he still was a dog and went back out there.
Yeah, God, man, that team, it's so funny. You ever go back and, like, look at their running back room?
It's crazy.
It's like Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee.
All Hall of Famers.
Just all. That 2001 team was insane. That's crazy. So, all right, so we've been here. This is, I guess we're 1-1-1.
1-1-1, yep.
Tell me what you're thinking. What's happening?
So the good thing is your set schedule, 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, which is cool because you can get some kids in that may not pitch on a tournament day because different positions, and work on some things that you work on practice, like your first and third defense, your bunt defense, working on those little things where round robin, where it doesn't necessarily hurt you
right
to try those things out in a tournament
and stuff. It has like point systems and stuff. Like, how do the points actually work? Because you get ranked in the state, you get ranked in the nation, and all that stuff.
Yeah, so USSSA does a points race now. I think they just started that last year or maybe the year before. It's where if you take 5th place, 4th place, 1st place, the points, depending on which position you finish, you get points for that.
So what if some team plays 20 tournaments and you only play 10?
If you win all 10 of yours and they come in finishing better, will get you more points. But not many teams will do that because they'll mix in other tournaments like Perfect Game and stuff like that. So normally in the spring you'll get teams that play 10, 11, 12 tournaments in the spring.
So I know this question has come up to me a few times to where how does this correlate to the Little League World Series that we see on TV and that's on ESPN and stuff?
So for us, every time we come out to a tournament is like the Little League World Series. There's something on the line.
Yeah. So what I'm asking is like, how do they? Are those teams that are in there? Are they travel teams? Because they're from
football team.
Do you have to qualify by the points, or
for the Little League World Series,
or do you just enter into it?
Town or one Little League towns where they can stack all their talent pool. Yeah. And they're representing Little League represents your hometown and your state where you're coming from.
Okay. So that's where like the all stars come into play. So like for rec ball, you get the all star team, and then you go to play district, and then
play
regional.
Districts, play regional. Team Florida, or
so that's
like
still quote unquote rec ball, like between the difference between rec and travel.
It's Little League, it's rec ball.
Yeah. I mean,
you watch it on TV. Those kids are throwing from 46 feet, 75, 80 miles an hour from 46 feet.
So tell me, what do you got coming up for this game?
They're real good.
Oh, they're a major team.
They're a major team. They're real good.
Just for those of you guys watching, it's just like the majors. It goes single A, double A, triple A, major team. So Vandals playing in double A.
We're double A right now.
So
we got a lot of kids that are young.
Okay, good. So we got a major team coming up. What are you kind of telling the kids? Because 3 of the
get extra at bats.
Okay.
Because everybody through their lineup can hit, put the ball in play, and plays.
Good. Well, I know that last game, that other team, they didn't make hardly any errors in the field.
No, they played great defense. Outfield made diving catches, throwing guys out from the outfield. And just overall played good defense. We hit the ball hard, but we hit it right at guys. And that's how baseball goes sometimes. The better team doesn't always win, and the ball sometimes doesn't find a hole. Yeah, I was just going to say, the team was hitting the ball hard, so I don't know if you want to promote anything to the 62 followers I have. No, just thank you guys for watching, following us along this season. I think we'll be very exciting. Got some big tournaments coming up to the Space Coast, going out to Myrtle Beach to represent Florida over there in Myrtle Beach. I forgot about Myrtle Beach. So it should be a fun year. Good. 3 o'clock. We'll